Yo, what's up everyone? Welcome back again to the channel. Welcome back to another video. Be sure to leave us a like, hit that subscribe button, put a comment down below if you guys want to. Let me know if these are helping you guys out. If they're encouraging you in your walk with God, I pray that they are. I really believe that God is trying to speak to um, his people at this time, just to give encouragement, just to bless people, just to bring clarity and understanding on situations that you may be facing, things that may be a bit uncertain at this time, maybe things that God has you in, that you are currently in, that you are currently going through. It may seem confusing at the time, when you go through these sort of seasons. It may be a bit confusing, um, trying to figure out, where is God in the season, where are you in the season, and why the battle may be as hard as it is at the moment. But there is a reason for everything, and I pray that you guys are blessed in that. But yeah, I just want to come back on here, make another video, encourage people to continue to remain close to God in these sort of seasons. I guess that's really the strategy. That's really like the battle plan. And whenever you're going through a rough patch or a rough season, the number one thing is to stay close to God. When when David was being raised up to be the king, I think this was before he was even king. There was a raid and whatnot. Oh, he was out at the time. Him and his group, like soldiers and whatnot, they were out doing what they were doing and whatnot. They came back to their camp or wherever they had their kind of like base at the time, and it had been like raided and pillaged. And people had been taken away. And but the thing was, like, when they came back, they were all down. Like, they were all to the point where they were blaming David for what had happened. But and you can imagine the immense pressure that must have been on David at the time. But the word says that he strengthened himself in the Lord. So that was the number one thing that he did, getting close to God. Because when the enemy, he wants to keep you at this level, like, what's in front of you, what's going on in front of you. But God, he will allow that, and he will allow the pressure, the stress to bombard you to the point where, because he's trying to see, what are you going to do? Like, are you going to strengthen yourself? Are you going to push into God and fight for that clarity and that understanding that God has about your situation? Or are you just gonna believe everything that has been coming your way, like everything that the enemy has been throwing at you, like discouragements, the pressure, the hardships, and all that? It's a real test, and it's a real test of a believer and a real test of a warrior, a warrior for God. Um, because that's what the enemy will do whenever he wants to distract, discourage, and ultimately destroy you from your walk and your purpose in God. He'll bring these sort of things out, but God, he uses it to test us, and he uses it to train us up in these sort of areas. So that is the strategy. That is the main battle strategy. Being able to be in these sort of situations and realizing, hey, so the first thing to do is just to don't panic, just to calm down. Okay, this is going on, and then you seek God. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much the simplest thing you can do. Like, you seek God until God gives you the wisdom, he gives you the knowledge and the understanding about your situation. Because when he gives you that, you'll begin to see the situation how God sees it, and you'll begin to see that, hold on, this is a test. Hold on, this is actually, God is allowing this to train me up in this area. Um, so that's another thing, another tool that God will use to train and equip his believers, his servants, the people that follow him. God wants to train and equip you. God wants to um, he wants to set you free. He wants to make sure that you know how to handle these sort of situations before giving you the promises, before giving you the things that he has promised you. Because if we're not able to deal with these sort of things, like how David was able to deal with them before coming king, he had to meet the requirements. He had to be able to deal with these sort of things before he was actually put in that position of being king. And that's the kind of training that God will take us through. God will take us through the hard times, but he is there with us. He's there. He's leading us through it. But he's also making sure that we're able to conduct ourselves, and we're able to like navigate ourselves through these sort of situations, how God wants us to. And yeah, so I pray that you guys are be blessed, because a lot of these hard times that God brings into our lives, they're just their preparation, they're testing, their trial times, to prepare us for the things that He has for us. And that it is that simple, eh? It may not seem like it, because it's hard to see that when you're actually in it. But yeah, I pray that you guys are blessed with that. To continue on in your journey, continue on in the faith, continue with God. No matter where you are in your season, in your journey with God. But be blessed, and I'll see you guys in the next video.